Hello, I'm Sebastian Acosta, the founder and CEO of ISBIT EXCHANGE, the most advanced cryptocurrency exchange in Mexico. And I am here in the Semana Nacional del Emprendedor, which is the Mexico National Entrepreneurship Week. And I am here with two very special guests. I have here Rahul Sood. He's the founder of Microsoft Ventures. He has sold a ton of successful gaming and technology startups. And I have also here Neil Haran, which he also has launched very interesting technology businesses. Both of my friends here have devised a cryptocurrency which is now available in Mexico. And we're here just to talk about any idea you have about the cryptocurrency ecosystem in Mexico at first, and then we can go to other topics.
Sure. Yeah, sure. So just generally talking about the cryptocurrency ecosystem, I think the current state, which we'll probably get into, is last year there was a ton of ICOs, and I would say, probably like 95% or more, and say 95% of them are probably not going to go anywhere. But there are some, that are really good and have real potential, and are buried underneath a pile of rubble, basically. My company is called Unikrn. We are an esports company. We're a global esports betting company. We are the only regulated esports betting company in the world that will soon. You'll see we created a token called Unikrn Gold last year. You'll be able to bet with Unikrn Gold on esports, as well as other cryptocurrencies and fiat across many places around the world, including Mexico, which is why we're here with ISBIT. And I think the next step for the ecosystem to get developed is usage. And I saw Vitalik put out a tweet yesterday, which is actually really good. He basically said, he was quoted in the media of saying that the days of 1,000x growth are disappeared, right? But that's not what he meant to say. What he said.
That bad?
No, well,
maybe we were going to have, instead of 100x growth, maybe we have a 5x. Is that really bad?
No. But
bad news?
his point was that on particular cryptos, you may not have 1,000x growth, but as you go into depth and as you go into usage on other undiscovered cryptos, you will have those types of returns. So really, it's about depth and about growing the entire ecosystem versus just a couple of coins here and there. So I thought it was an interesting thing.
You really have focused on gaming and the intersection of blockchain and gaming and cryptocurrency, and it's very interesting because we didn't expect that Neil was going to show up, but Neil is also trying to gamify cryptocurrency, linking a very interesting cryptocurrency with a gaming ecosystem through games. And so can you talk us a little bit also about Faircoin, please?
Sure. Faircoin is.
Yourself.
Yeah. So I've actually been in the software development scene in video gaming for over a decade, and I transitioned from social gaming to the cryptocurrency space since back when Bitcoin was basically $1. Yeah. And I've been part of this space, just watching it grow, seeing why certain areas it's not growing that well, especially for currency usage. Back when Bitcoin was trading at around $1 and a little bit higher, people were actually really trying to get it used as a currency, but it was very, very difficult. It was the first out, so people were finding it very difficult to get with it. So, so I've had a chance to really look at the ecosystem for a number of years and see where the sticky points are. And I agree with what you said. I think that and what Vitalik said as well. I think that you're not going to see necessarily the 1,000x growth, and that I agree. I don't think it's actually a bad thing. But of course, there are some hidden gems that you will actually suddenly see meteoric rises from. And where I think a a good thing to look at is how the ecosystem is growing. What kind of actors are present within the ecosystem? If you have an ecosystem largely filled with speculators, that means that you haven't got a solid foundation built into the currency's ecosystem first. All you're really going to get are people who are looking to buy low and sell high.
Yep.
They're not looking to actually build any actual value. And when you dig a little bit deeper into the ecosystem, you actually come across other kinds of questions like, how prevalent is social norms within your ecosystem? So you have social norms and market norms. If people are always thinking in terms of market norms, they're thinking closer and closer towards zero-sum games, which is, in order for me to win, you have to lose, okay? Or I am not going to do anything for you unless you pay me. And so when majority of the actors within the ecosystem are always thinking in terms of market norms, you're going to see how much value being created. Very little, right? And because you're not going to get value unless somebody pays you. But with social norms, people are looking to create a culture where people are looking to help each other. You know, hey, no money's transacted. I can do this to help you, so I'll help you. So it's like a culture of cooperation, and that's where we've put a bulk of our efforts in Faircoin. And Faircoin's a global, it's a global grassroots-led coin that has still never done any marketing. And the reason we've never done any marketing is because what happens when you do marketing? It's like opening up Pandora's box and inviting the entire world to see your shaky foundation. But if you build a solid foundation first, you know, you get users, you get merchants accepting it, you get a solid ecosystem being created, then you do marketing.
Yeah.
Then it's a different proposition.
Sure.
So that's my take on that.
Yeah, actually, that brings up a good point. Like when we started Unikrn in 2014, we were offering just real money fiat betting in certain markets. And in 2015, we had many customers around the world who wanted to participate on the platform but couldn't, because of regulation. So we created the Unikrn in 2015, and it was a non-transferable token, could not be bought or sold, could not be traded, but it could be earned and used on the platform. And we had, in our first 6 months or so, we had about $250 million Unikrns turned over, which really opened our eyes to the potential of this. And at the same time, we were building our entire platform on blockchain. And then, 2017 rolls around, and we created Unikrn Gold, and we took the old Unikrn and call it Unikrn Silver. And basically, our token has a full ecosystem. So people can earn it, they can connect their gaming accounts to our platform, they can earn the tokens, they can participate in jackpots for like items like skins in games like CSGO and Dota and things like that. They can go into tournaments, so they can enter tournaments and bet on themselves online. And also, we run tournaments at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas on a regular basis. And so people can come to the MGM Grand and they can do a buy-in on a tournament and win prizes. And so we've been pretty active trying to build out this ecosystem. Like you say, I think you have to do that, the foundation, before you start to market. And I think our next announcement is going to be about getting the regulation set up and getting the platform going and launching across multiple countries. I think that's the type of announcement that we need. But at the end of the day, I think that's where all of these ICOs should be focusing on. So. Yeah.
So just like to put in perspective for those listening to us that maybe are not so involved in the cryptocurrency or gaming ecosystem, around how much is the gaming industry worth right now? And how much of that value could be captured through cryptocurrency?
Well, I mean, look, I think Neil could probably give a better thing of how big the gaming industry is. I can tell you esports betting specifically. So the esports betting specifically, regulated betting is about $1 billion this year. In the next couple of years, by 2020, it'll be about a $7 or $8 billion business just on spectator betting. I'm not even talking about skill betting yet. And prior to cryptocurrencies, people were illegally betting with skins, video game skins. And the turnover on that had reached about $2 billion before Valve got involved and shut it down. So the betting industry is pretty large, and the potential is quite significant. And then on top of that, you talk about like the virtual items and that sort of thing, and then you get into the sort of multi-billions. The key though is the gaming audience, like our customers, they are very tech savvy. They tend to be younger. They have 70% of our customers actually have wallets or are familiar with Bitcoin or Ethereum. So our customers actually like cryptocurrency and they get it. That's important because, as you know, crypto is hard. Yes. And so one of the challenges that we needed to solve as a company was the challenge of accessibility, being able to acquire the tokens and bet with it. And right now it's a nightmare. Right now the way it works is customer has to go to Coinbase, they have to buy Bitcoin, they then go to like Bittrex or ISBIT or wherever. Soon, soon ISBIT. But then they go there and they take their Bitcoin and they convert that into UKG, and then they take their UKG off onto our side, and it's ridiculous. That process is insane. So what we've done is we've developed a process where people can swipe a credit card on our site, get their UKG, and it comes off the market, and then they can bet immediately, they can transact immediately, and when they take it off the platform, they can take it off to ISBIT or whatever exchange they want to take it to. Okay. So yeah.
And also, I'm glad you mentioned ISBIT because, well, as you know, Mexico is also the biggest e-commerce market and the biggest video game market in Latin America.
And esports is huge here.
Yeah, huge. Like there is, people really are fascinated with video games, and so we saw the potential for bringing this opportunity, bringing accessibility to the Unikrn ecosystem through ISBIT. So in the next couple of days, anybody in Mexico will be able to acquire Unikrn Gold through more than 30,000 correspondent stores and all the banks, more than 60 banks, and they can deposit to the platform, and they will be able to buy Unikrn Gold with
and that's just crazy.
And
like
then go to join these ecosystems, even if they don't have a credit card. Or
that's insane. Like to have something like that, a country that's regulating cryptocurrency, and looking at this event, having ISBIT here, with banks and financial institutions, it's super cool. It would be great to see that type of regulatory certainty to other countries, but that's amazing. I mean, the accessibility that we'll have here is awesome. That we can do a lot of co-marketing together, and esports here is huge. So we're pretty excited about that.
Actually, yeah, I'm also really excited because, like, the government has finally understood the importance of making fintech and making cryptocurrency available to everybody in Mexico. So the 9th of March, 2018, we have the general fintech regulation that also has a figure for cryptocurrency businesses such as ourselves, ISBIT. And yesterday we have the specific rules for KYC and customer protection measures we have to take. Yep. So very soon we're going to see much more confidence. A lot of people will start to see the potential because they will feel safe that there's actually the government, the authorities supervising with doing oversight of our operations.
Do you mind if I touch on that before I give to you?
Yeah. It's, so I'm just going to say a final point about regulation in Mexico. The nice thing about it is that it's at the federal level.
Yeah.
In contrast to the USA, where every state has different regulations, so we have a lot of potential to make this available in every corner of Mexico.
That's pretty awesome. Just really briefly about regulation, because I'm not sure how you feel about it, and I'd love to hear your thoughts. To me, regulators are there to protect consumers, because I'm coming from the gambling business. And when we built our token, nobody had a platform that would handle full global KYC and AML the way we do. So we had to build it from the ground up, like a full KYC platform and AML. And we in order to get our license for crypto betting, they had to audit our systems. They had to audit our wallets. They had to see the KYC systems that we built. I can't say the name yet, but I will soon. It is a very respected jurisdiction for gambling, and we'll be the first company in the world to have this license to be able to offer betting with our own crypto. But the bottom line is they went through and they audited us, and you know, we passed, but it was very difficult. And the thing is, the reason that regulation exists is to prevent consumers from getting screwed, right?
We have 3
That's
minutes
it.
left.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead now. What do you think about regulation?
I think that regulation is definitely needed for
Scalability?
yeah, for different certain, I mean, like different offerings. Like I think that anything that is looking to protect the consumer from fraud, you know, like if you're building some kind of a crypto bank, for example, the regulation's definitely needed. And yeah, for gaming, for sure, you know, you want to be able to prove that yes, this is blockchain, and yes, it's provably fair gaming, but
Mathematically provable.
yeah, but you need also an audit. And you need-
Social proof, right?
yeah, you need a social proof that basically says, hey, look, this is everything is above board. You know, there were so many.
So it also rises the bar, right? So maybe also in the same way that some ICOs died because they had faults. Also, the crypto businesses that are not compliant will have to leave the game and leave
Yeah, and that's okay.
like
And
players such as the big players that have gone through the lengths of you know, following all the compliance measures
Yeah.
imposed by the government, right?
yeah, exactly. And I think that given the history of gambling on the internet has been ripe with fraud, really it's about time that we clean up this space.
And
So,
there's no better way to track it than through blockchain. Like
Absolutely.
I've spoken with so many regulators about it. We showed them our platform, and they're amazed by it. I mean, the fact that we can tie wallets to individuals and then lock them down, and then the individual becomes the custodian of their own private key. That's huge.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of reasons why blockchain technology works for us. But anyways, Mexico and esports is such a good combination. That's why we're here, and I'm excited to get this going, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm also really excited of being here because there is like making gaming a way of life has a huge potential. Like going into the future, I think that entertainment will be more and more important within the economy. It will expand because people have more time for leisure and spending their money in the internet. So it's gonna grow exponentially.
Yep.
And yeah, I think this token, Unikrn Gold, really provides people and video game firms more ways to monetize.
Yeah, and tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Local time, we'll be speaking on this on one of the stages here. So
Yeah.
so if you're at the event, come see us speak. It'll be about an hour. So yeah.
So any final thoughts, Neil?
well, I'm looking forward to the future.
Nice. Well, as I said, I am Sebastian Acosta Checa. I'm the founder and CEO of ISBIT, and I was delighted to talk with Rahul, Sood, and Neil Haran, which are, I think, very well recognized people in the industry. And I am very excited to announce that in the next couple of days, we will make Unikrn available to every Mexican, so they can buy and sell Unikrn, and they can link to the Unikrn gaming platform very easily. So, well, we are going to keep you with updates as the event evolves.